Hey, what's up guys? This is the Hiboy MAX3. So I'm going to do an unboxing of this, take it out for a quick spin, give you guys my first impressions. Now Hiboy reached out to me, sent me the scooter for free to do a review. They didn't pay me for this review. So I want to give you guys some quick specs on this thing. So it weighs 40 pounds, it can take a maximum load of 220 pounds, maximum speed is 18.6 miles per hour, maximum range is 17 miles, which I'm sure varies. It has a 350 watt brushless motor. It has 10-inch pneumatic tires. And it can do up to 15% hill grades. So not the crazy hills, but it should be able to do some of the normal ones. Alright, so let's open this up and we'll go from there.
12 seconds later.
Definitely comes nicely packaged. Power adapter. 100 to 240 volts, so it should be golden. Let me take it out. I mean, these things are usually pretty standard, so yeah, just regular plug, AC to DC, 100 to 240 volts, should be good. So you get some Allen wrenches, you get some screws, probably for the handlebar, I would assume. You get your Hiboy manual for the MAX3, probably telling you what you can and can't do, and just some basics and stuff. Yeah. Okay. Oh, crazy! You got a little pump. Yeah, you get a little pump. So, have to spin this? No, I guess not. Oh, I'm used to it from up here. I'm like, why isn't this coming out? Okay, that's cool. Alright, the deck looks a little bit wider for something of this price range, which I think that was one of the things that they were advertising. And let's see if I could... There you go. Yeah, there are 8 screws, so 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, and then 2 on this side.
Few moments later.
Alright, so it took 8 screws to put the handlebar in. We have our brake lever, we have our bell, we have our throttle, we have our power button. We turn this on. There are 3 speed modes. 2, push it once, 3, push it again, 1. So I guess when you turn it on, it defaults to the second one, which I guess is normal. So we have Eco, Standard, and Sport is what I call it. So 1 is the slowest, push again, 2, and then push again, 3. This is the fastest that it can support. You have your battery meter, 5 bars total. It's charged up to 4 bars. That's the little cruise control icon. I guess it will activate. And if you double click, it turns on the light. So we have one light in the front, we have the little Hiboy sign, which I will show you, and we have lights in the back. Alright, we have our latching mechanism, which is right here. So you push this down, push that out, and then there's a little part right here you kind of have to stick out, and this is what latches right here. And then once you do that, you can actually lift it up. Okay, it's kind of back heavy, so yeah, there it is. Right around where this red mark is, that's the balance point. So not super heavy, but also not the lightest thing in the world. I believe it weighs 40 pounds. And then same thing, hold that there. And this one, I guess you just push a little bit hard and then it just kind of goes in. So as far as the disc brakes, we have the disc brakes right here in the back. And when you're holding the brakes, it's blinking, which makes sense. And you know, my lights are on right now, so lights off. And if I hold the brakes, it still blinks. So this one lights up as well when you turn on the lights. And you have a little front light right here. Let me see if I could show that here. So it's right there. There it is. So there we go, and it says please do not use this fender as a brake. So don't rest your foot on here, probably not a good idea. The deck definitely seems wide. I'm gonna bring the Ninebot Max so we could do a quick comparison between the sizes, but right off the bat this deck is definitely wider.
Later.
Okay, so I'm quickly just going to compare the dimensions from the Hiboy MAX3 to the Ninebot Max. The Ninebot Max being a very popular scooter. So I just want to show you guys the differences. So handlebar is about 19.5 inches, but if I count it this way, it's probably a little bit longer. Then the Ninebot Max is around 18.5, a little less than that. And height-wise from the ground handlebar, this one is around 43 inches, where the Ninebot Max I think is around 46 inches. So 3 inches higher on the Ninebot Max. Let's check out the deck. This thing has a very wide deck, but so it's about 19 inches to the fender, where the fender starts. The Ninebot Max, if you measure it from this part, it's longer, it's around 24 inches. But if you actually measure it from here, it's around 20 inches. So either way, it's still a little bit longer than the Ninebot Max. But the Hiboy is actually much wider. If we just count the grippy part, it's around 6 inches. But if we count the entire step of how wide it is, it's around 8 inches. Where the Ninebot Max is around 6.5 inches. So definitely wider on that. Plus, height off the ground is around the same. Yeah, they're both pretty low at around 2.5 inches. And kickstands are around the same spot. Let's just check the tire width. So Ninebot Max is 2.25, I would say, inches, and this one is a little bit wider at maybe 2.5 inches, maybe a little slightly wider than 2.5 inches. So yeah, let's take it out for a quick spin.
Much later.
All right, speed mode 1. Let's see how fast it can go. This is full acceleration. I did a kickstart. 9 miles seems to be as fast as it goes. Okay, switching modes on the fly. It works fine. Speed mode 2. It's more normal at 15 miles an hour. Cruise control was hit. That looks like it's the max. Let's brake down. And I'll stop before I do the full acceleration on the third mode, just so you guys get a sense of. All right. Full acceleration. Acceleration wise feels the same in the modes, except it looks like the top speed is just quicker. So we're at 16, 17. It is a little windy. 18. All right, let's do a turn. All right, let's try it again. Speed mode 3. 19. Okay, so good to go. All right, let's try the hill test. Mini hill. All right, decent uphill. Let's see if it will make it. I feel like it's gonna make it, but come on, come on, come on. Almost, come on. Yes. All right, it was starting to struggle a bit, but it did make it, so that's good. All right, so first impressions, I've been riding it around for 45 minutes or so. I would say for something of this price range, it's really good for the following reasons. First, you get a top speed of, 18.6 miles an hour. I did see 19 on the screen, and it did do that hill. It was struggling towards the end, but it did make it. I mean, that is definitely some sort of incline there. It's a decent incline, even though it's short. So it is good there. And the deck is wide, so it's actually very comfortable to stand on. In terms of no shocks, how bumpy is it? Well, on paved roads like this, it's completely fine. On more bumpy areas, like if you see that little small patch there, you will feel it. Is it terrible? No. Is it great? No. So it can get a little bumpy on, anything with the crack or anything like that. But overall, I would say it's fairly smooth, and that's thanks to its pneumatic tires. It feels stable, brakes work well, it does slow down. This one doesn't make you feel like you're gonna fall off the scooter, which is always a good thing. Bell is pretty awesome. And yeah, I would say for the price range, it's honestly a really good scooter. I'm curious to know how far it will go with the actual range test, so I will do that in another video where I do a full 100% to 0% range. So be sure to hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave in the comment sections below.